Ghulam Technology Wala. Today the topic is explore the concept of mindset fix and growth. Welcome to the insightful conversation with Maya. In this session, we will explore one of the most powerful concept in personal development mindset, the idea of fixed wise growth mindset introduced by psychologist Kroll Dweck shape how we learn, handle challenges, and respond to failure. A fixed mindset believe ability are statics, while a growth mindset embrace learning, efforts, and improvement. Today, with Maya, we will
Ah, gotcha.
uncover how the mindset influence our success, relationship, learning capacity, and motivation resilience. Let's go to Maya and
Gotcha.
ask some question about this topic. Hello, Maya, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Seems like you've got a whole thing mapped out already, which is cool. So, when you say mindset, what does that actually mean to you day to day? Like, how do you notice it playing out in your own life?
Maya, my first question is what the term mindset mean in the context of personal development?
Okay, fair. It's basically the lens through which you view your abilities and qualities. Do you think of them as fixed, like you either have them or you don't, or as things you can develop through dedication and hard work? That's kind of the core of it. It shapes how you interpret success and failure and ultimately how much you're willing to push yourself.
Okay, very well. How would you define the key difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset?
All right, so a fixed mindset is believing your qualities are, well, fixed, like intelligence or talent. You avoid challenges because you're afraid of failing and looking unintelligent. A growth mindset, though, that's believing your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brain and talent are just starting points. Challenges become opportunities to learn. It's less about proving yourself and more about improving.
Okay, very well. Why is mindset considered such an important factor in shaping a person's success?
Because it impacts everything. Seriously, if you think your abilities are set in stone, you're less likely to take risks, try new things, or persist through setbacks. Success then becomes about proving you're already good instead of getting better. A growth mindset, on the other hand, fuels that continuous improvement, which long term is way more sustainable. It's not about innate talent, it's about consistent effort. Does that track?
Very well. Any example, if you have, please share with me.
Totally. Think about learning an instrument. Someone with a fixed mindset might say, I'm just not musically gifted, and give up after a few lessons. Someone with a growth mindset would say, this is hard, but with practice, I can improve. It's the same situation, different approach, and drastically different outcomes. Or take Thomas Edison. He didn't say he was a genius, he said he tried 10,000 times to invent the light bulb. That's a growth mindset in action.
Okay, how does a fixed mindset typically respond to challenges and failure?
Not great, honestly. Um, usually they avoid challenges at all costs. Fear of failure is huge. And when they do fail, it's taken really personally. Like it's proof they're just not good enough. So there's a tendency to give up easily, feel defeated, or even blame others. It's about protecting their ego, I guess. Growth mindset folks see failure as information, a chance to learn and adjust. Completely different vibe.
Okay, what are some behavior or signs that show a person has a growth mindset?
They embrace challenges, actively seek them out, even. They persist in the face of setbacks, view effort as a path to mastery, and learn from criticism. You'll hear them say things like, I can learn to do anything I want, or mistakes help me grow. They're inspired by the success of others rather than feeling threatened. Basically, it's a really curious and resilient outlook. They're not afraid to look silly while learning something new. Does that resonate?
Okay, in what way can mindset influence decision making in daily life?
Big time. A fixed mindset can lead to risk averse decisions, sticking with what's comfortable and avoiding anything that might expose a weakness. A growth mindset encourages you to step outside your comfort zones and see setbacks as opportunities to learn. So it's not just about big life choices either. It's about how you approach even small daily decisions, whether you take on a new project at work, try or strike up a conversation with someone new. It impacts everything.
Might have any example about this question? Please share with me.
Sure. Say you're at work and a new complicated project lands on your desk. Someone with a fixed mindset might think, I don't know how to do this. I'll look stupid if I try. They might try to pass it off to someone else or do the bare minimum. Someone with a growth mindset might think, this is a challenge. I'm going to learn a lot from this. They'd be willing to ask questions, seek help, and put in the effort to succeed, even if it's uncomfortable. It's the same situation, totally different outcome because of the mindset.
Okay, how does a growth mindset impact the way people approach learning new skill?
It makes learning way more enjoyable and effective, honestly. It's instead of feeling anxious about making mistakes, they see them as a natural part of the process. They're more willing to experiment, ask questions, and seek feedback. They understand that effort is key and they actually embrace the struggle. It's less about proving themselves and more about the joy of getting better. They view learning as a lifelong journey, not a one time achievement.
Okay, why do individuals with a fixed mindset often avoid difficult tasks?
Because they see difficulty as evidence of their lack of ability. If they believe their intelligence or talent is fixed, tackling a hard task feels like a direct threat to their self worth. Failing at it would mean they're not smart enough or not talented enough, which is a hit to their identity. So they avoid those situations to protect their ego and maintain a positive self image. It's a defense mechanism, really.
Okay, how does mindset affect motivation, especially during long term goals?
Mm hmm. Huge impact. Fixed mindset folks often rely on external validation, praise, rewards to stay motivated. If that stops, their motivation plummets. They're driven by proving themselves, not by the inherent enjoyment of the process. Growth mindset folks are internally motivated. They find satisfaction in the effort itself, the learning, and the progress they're making. That makes them way more resilient when facing obstacles and more likely to stick with long term goals, even when things get tough. It's about loving the journey, not just the destination.
Okay, how do mindset shape our emotional reaction to criticism or feedback?
This is a big one. Fixed mindset, criticism feels like a personal attack. It confirms their fears that they're not good enough, so they get defensive, dismissive, or even angry. They might shut down completely or try to blame others. Growth mindset, criticism is valuable information. It's a chance to learn and improve, even if it stings a little. They can separate the feedback from their self worth and use it to grow. They'll ask clarifying questions, actively listen, and genuinely try to understand the other person's perspective. It's all about how you interpret the message.
Okay, can a fixed mindset contribute to stress or anxiety? How?
Absolutely. It's a breeding ground for both because someone with a fixed mindset is constantly trying to prove their worth. They're under a lot of pressure. The fear of failure is relentless. Every challenge feels like a potential threat to their self image. That creates a constant state of anxiety and stress. They're also more likely to ruminate on mistakes and dwell on negative feedback. It's exhausting. A growth mindset, though, allows you to be more accepting of imperfections and setbacks, which naturally reduces stress.
Thank you very much, Maya. Your very
Of course.
useful conversation with me. Thank you very much. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Oh, all right. Have a good one.